Hi. Hello. I'm CLICKBAIT, and I'm going to tell you my story. And before we start, I want to show you something. Here's my phone. It has some. Take it. You suck at this. Come on, take it. You just take it. Okay. So let me tell you. In 70 seconds, if you do subscribe, which you probably should, in the next 30 seconds after subscribing, your crush will message you. And here's proof of evidence. Just open my phone. It's epic what happens. I will read it out loud for you guys because it's amazing what happens. 3 years ago. Hi. 12 days ago. Hi. 5 days ago. What? Oh my god, I'm a big fan. 3 days ago, talk to me. And then, let's show after subscribing. But I subscribed. And then he clearly just lost connection, you know? It's so cool. Just subscribe. Okay, so let's start my story. So basically, I was a 70-year-old tadpole, and I fell in a lake. And how does a tadpole fall in the lake? Nobody knows. So then, I fall in the lake, right? And baby, so I drowned. I was gonna drown. And then someone came. An anonymous 5-year-old. He came up and said, hi. And he took me out of the lake. And he was gonna bring me home. He's like, I'm gonna bring you back to my house. So then he did. So he brought me back to his house. So, now we're back at our house. So, he told me, this is my beautiful house. And at the time, it was the year 2003, and he was 4 or 5 around. He was born in 1999. I was 70. He thought I was 2. So then, let's go into the house. So, when we were in the house, he told me that we should play tag. But then, he punched me, and I flew in the air. And I got stuck on the wall. He got so scared, he thought I was flying. So then he went to his very abnormal mom, which was an abnormal scientist, and asked her, what is happening to my kiddo? But his mom had other ideas. Don't forget to smash subscribe, or else what happens to me won't happen to you. Okay guys, so after he asked his mom ascended to him and talked to him. I don't know, you figure it out. It's your turtle, not my problem. So then, CLICKFU started crying. But then his mom flew away because she doesn't care. So CLICKFU was crying and he walked back to me. So then, he started crying. What's wrong with you, you stinking turtle? So then, he grabbed me. And I came down, and he talked to me. What's wrong with you? Tell me your secrets! So then, he walked to his mom's abnormal machine. Don't forget to smash subscribe, or this won't happen to you guys. So, he talked to me. He's like, what's wrong with you? Tell me now, or I'll kill you! I didn't tell him anything, and I jumped right in his mom's abnormal blender machine. Okay, so now, this is me, the real me. After that, I was born into the family of the CLICKBAITs. Yes, we were all named CLICKBAIT. I am CLICKBAIT the 400th. But I don't go by CLICKBAIT the 400th. So one day, an unexpected guest came, and it was someone I knew. It was none other than Mama F you. So then I immediately noticed her and I got scared because I thought she died when she ascended to the top of the roof. So then my parents were not very shocked. But then something very unexpected happened. If you don't guys smash like and subscribe, then what happens to my parents will not happen to you guys. So then she took out a minigun, and then my parents took me by the head and fling me right out of the window because, that's what needs to be done. So they threw me right out the window. Oh, you said nothing? They threw me right out of the window, and then Mama FU took her minigun and
killed
them all. Yeah. So my parents were completely like destroyed. So yeah. But then an unexpected guest came along with Mama FU. And that guest was none other than, you know who. It was CLICKBAIT. He asked his mom what she was doing here, but Mama FU didn't tell him a single word. Mama FU swiftly and speedily hid the minigun to hide the evidence so her son wouldn't see what she had done. So, Mama FU told him that she had to go, but CLICKBAIT had some questions for her. So then, Mama FU said, I must go. So she ascended. But of course, on her ascension, what happened had went very wrong, and she fell off the building and died. So then, after that, CLICKBAIT noticed a huge hole in the wall. He then went outside and found a baby. And that baby was none other than me. Don't forget to smash subscribe. What happens to this CLICKBAIT will not happen to you. So he took out some grenades and he told me, you are the baby and I must
kill
you so you would die. So then I started whining. And then he dropped that and it blew up, but I safely landed with no broken bones on the roof of my house. But for him, his neck snapped off. Unbelievable! After that, I jumped off the house and started walking to him. And then I remembered from my 2.5 lives ago, I was a medic. So I told him, I started flying and he's like, you're my turtle! Oh my god! So then I threw my phone at him, but it was actually his phone. After that, something strange happened. I took my magical orb that I spit out of my mouth and I started barfing on him. He started screaming and crying, and he said, you're making my head worse! So then I did something magical. With that, he became something unexpected. We swapped places. It was unbelievable. So then, I took his phone, and I called the police to take away the baby for child's care, you know? I had to take him away because he was just a random baby and I wasn't going to take care of nobody. So then I called the police and the police came. It was so shocking how the police came so fast. Don't forget to smash subscribe. What happens to CLICKBAIT won't happen to me. And you! Okay, so then the police drove up here and they popped out of the car and they said, what's going on? So then I told them, this baby needs to be taken away. I found him on the streets. But then I pushed the guy off the car and I turned the car over and I said, we're getting out of here. So the guy ran away thinking I was gonna run him over. I turned the car facing CLICKBAIT. And what happens next will not happen to you if you subscribe. Okay, subscribe and like or this will happen to you guys. So, after that, CLICKBAIT was just chilling there. he was like, and then something happened, and he felt lots of pain, and he died. So after that, someone popped out of the car, and only then I realized it was none other than Auntie FU. Auntie FU got so mad, and she told me, "Why did you kill a random baby?" Auntie FU at that time thought I was Click FU, but she didn't know that we swapped bodies. So then she took out her gun and said, "That's against the law!" And she blasted my head into the wall. She threw everything she could to try and shoot my head off. But one thing finished the job. My phone. She threw it at my head, and then, what unexpected, my head got pinned to the wall. It was a perfect shot. So then, she went on a car and started turning on the engine, but then something unexpected happened. If you guys don't, so smash subscribe and like in the next 2 seconds. What happens to Auntie FU will happen to you. So, after that, Auntie FU starts shooting her tires because she's sad that she just killed her niece. So she shoots all her tires. Well, she starts shooting one, and then she's like, "Oh my god, I broke my tire!" So then she takes the baby's head, aka Click FU, and then she shoots another tire, and then she puts my head on for the wheel. But then she said, "Oh my gosh, that's the third wheel!" So she points the gun, and she's the third wheel. But there was missing something, a driver. Then someone came, and it was none other than Uncle FU. He realized that the car didn't have 4 wheels, so what he did was super epic. Smash subscribe and like, or what happens to all of the FU family members won't happen to you. So, Click FU shoots his head off and places it on the last wheel of the car. And then someone unexpected comes. It was none other than Papa FU. He then came and he took his gun. And what happens next is extremely unexpected. Smash like and subscribe or nothing here will happen to you. Okay, so yeah, continue to wait for part 2 and something happens.